So today is um wait, what's bro saying? Alright, so now I'm back. I was just reading something. So today is January 15. Oh my Lord, ya Allah. And I took a fucking loss. So let me break it down. So first of all, going into today, I also noticed that price on Nasdaq was pretty overextended. And I didn't really understand why, but later on I seen that we had a news we had the news about AI being released, whatever, and that actually ended up popping Nasdaq back up. So, and going into the New York session, price was bullish on the 1 hour. As later on seen also on 4 hour, price was bearish, but I wasn't looking at 4 hour at all. I was more focused on 1 hour. And here on the 1 hour, I saw price was bullish, right? Because lower at the lower high, a lower high. Price meant failed to make, so we actually shifted structure here. But when I woke up, price was still over here, so I knew price was gonna be bullish, right? And I mark up my level, draw liquidity here, and I just mark up this one in case, right? And I was just looking to buy to that draw liquidity. That's all I was looking going into the day. I know price was bullish, so all I was looking for is to go on the lower time frame and get my entry. Like I didn't want on 4 or 5, 30 minutes. 30 minutes also had a pullback. So honestly, I think the setup was valid. And it is completely valid because here on the 5 minute, after having the higher low, we had a weak retest and price actually pushed and created an FVG2. So this enough was enough for me to take the setup. If price is able to push that much back up, this trade would have played out. But in this case, it didn't play out because we were overextended and price needed to pull back. So we actually end up using the New York volume to pull back to the downside. So, and to make it worse, the mistake that I've done today is I went in with the wrong lot size, boys. Oh my days. Imagine going in the trade with like four mini lot instead of micro lot. So I actually end up entering the trade with the wrong lot size. I did it first time and actually end up closing and a little bit in profit. Then I went back in again and I took the setup, but it was so over risked. I don't know how that worked, but I actually messed up and actually going in with the wrong loss size. So I actually end up getting stopped out. I had to close the position because it hit stop loss once, and also I hit my daily loss limit on the day. So I'm currently down $1,200 today, and I got on $800 to play with before before I make back the money. I don't want to say blow, stuff for Allah, because we're gonna make it out. I trust my strategy, I trust myself, but that trade didn't play out because it was just price actually end up pulling back, and that makes sense, honestly. But I was expecting price to take out this short liquidity before we actually get the push, but we actually end up getting it early. And that makes sense. Price was bullish. I took my setup buys, and that completely makes sense. And here on the 5 minute, after that FVG, a retest, I actually end up entering here placing my SL below here and targeting that joint liquidity because it was also a match with my TP fib level. And we actually didn't stop and later on, price just use the whole New York session to just consolidate, don't move, and later on we actually seen that price actually start moving to the downside. Honestly, the setup was valid. I would take this setup again and again. But the red flag that I should have seen early is price was so overextended. We needed a pullback and just looking to like buy. It would have probably worked out if the volume was so strong, but there were no volume and price was just choppy. So price was already overextended. So that was a low probability trade of this trade playing out, even though it was so valid. And the second mistake I did was going in the trade with the wrong lot size. So I had to be more careful next time trading. And honestly, before even the first setup I actually seen that I liked a lot was US 30. I was looking exactly to buy two because on 1 hour time frame I saw that this was not actually really too overextended. Price was not really too overextended. Price was still trading. So I was like, oh, that's good. So this trade was good. But I also saw this trade, but this trade actually ended up happening first before the US 30 trade happened. So I actually end up taking this trade, and later on it stopped me out. And later on I seen on US 30 that we actually we actually end up hitting TP, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So God only knows what's up. It is what hey, it is what it is, bro. I'm not attached to the loss. I'm gonna make call back, and I'm not even worried because I know I'm gonna get it back. So it's just cool. So another day, another loss. Today we took a loss. Yesterday we took a win. The day before we took a loss. So we just playing. We just staying like in break even stage. Like we're not really moving forward and we're not really moving backward. But today we actually end up setting ourselves a little bit backward again. So going into tomorrow, the goal is to make back that loss of today, stay break even, inshallah, and going to the next week, Monday, inshallah, bismillah, look to step up and just keep going forward. That's my goal. So that's the breakdown. That's the reason why I look to buy. That's what I seen. That's what I was thinking going to the market. But I understand what I seen the market point of view, and it is what it is, bro. When I look at the 4 hour now, I seen that the 4 hour was actually bearish. But back then I didn't even check the 4 hour. I was just more focused on the 1 hour because that's the time frame I pay attention and the one that I use the most. But I'm saying that actually price end up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the trade breakdown. Anyway, guys, peace out. I think that's all I got today. All right, just funny.